All right.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another edition of the Flameside Podcast. Shout out Embers, shout out Americans, because we have a very special holiday-themed edition of the podcast. This is the number 14 podcast in the numbers of podcasts we've done, and it also happens to land on 7/14, which also happens to be July 4th, which also happens to be a pretty important date. Tell them why. Tell them why, Side.
Because this is a very important day in American history, Shane. That is exactly why.
Why? Why is it important?
It's Independence Day, Shane.
That's
Silly.
such a good point. That's such a good point. What happened on Independence Day? Who was there? Why? What happened? Where was
Who is
I?
there on Independence Day? Well, have you seen the movie
No.
where the aliens came and Will Smith had to give that insane speech when the aliens
Holy
arrived
fuck.
on America?
I always knew he was an American hero.
Yeah, 68 on Rotten Tomatoes, Independence Day.
That's pretty good.
Have you actually seen this?
No, I haven't.
I could actually answer it for you because I know you don't watch anything pre what 2000.
Yeah, anything pre 2000 is subpar quality, so no, I choose not to watch it.
Do you even fuck around with like early 2000s?
You're getting once you get before like 2006, you're entering like ass territory. I won't deny that perhaps you have like one or two movies, like maybe Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind gets through, but besides that, nah, like every movie pretty fucking bad.
What's Eternal Spotless? Is that like a 2000 though? I don't think that's a 90s movie, is it?
I think it's like 2003 if I had to guess. Let me look that up really quick. Spot check.
Oh
Hey,
four,
producer.
bro. Oh four.
What, you just fucking, you just know it?
I just looked it up.
Oh, all right. I didn't realize you were our fucking producer. Okay.
Dude, I gotta do a lot of stuff around here in terms of the edit room, bro.
I mean, let's let the audience in on kind of what's been going on, because you make a great point. You've been doing the hefty work. You look up the facts, you create the podcast, you edit the podcast, you
Mm-hmm.
talk to our fans, you do rallies, you do debates on the debate stage. And yesterday you asked me one thing. Hey Shane, I'm going to be playing in my baseball game tomorrow. Can you please just like handle the pod on yourself? And I said, yeah, no problem. I didn't. So that's my bad. It was supposed to be a solo podcast, but I floundered. I thought, you know what? That is hard.
Yeah, I'm here now. Rest assured, Phillies. I got to watch my Phillies yesterday
Mm,
and eat some fantastic American food. A
let's
classic
hear about it.
ballpark Frank.
How many? Just one?
Just one.
You didn't complete the 9 innings, 90 hot dogs challenge?
Oh, the 9 by 9 by 9, right? Nine,
Well,
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings.
you didn't go for it?
I would be incredibly sick. Incredibly.
Yeah,
But do you
back in
have a
my
number
youth, maybe.
14?
A number 14?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, for the episode.
certainly I do. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to a. We're talking baseball. We're talking 14. We're talking America. I'm not sure anything comes to mind more than old Paulie Konerko of the Chicago White Sox. He donned the 14 on the back of his sweater every single day. He fought blood, sweat, and tears for our team. So I got to give a shout out to Paul Konerko, Chicago White Sox legend, just a legend in general. And yeah, I mean, go Sox. Well, fuck the Sox, but go Konerko, baby, baby. How about you?
I'm going with one of your least favorite players,
Yeah.
Drew Eubanks.
Yo,
Big 14. Big
yo.
14.
What the fuck are you? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing with
I
that?
think he got a new team.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he got a fat contract. Did he not?
Let's see where he plays for now. Jazz. Is he not the most fitting player to be on the
He
fucking
is.
Jazz?
He is. It actually, that just like actually made me have a moment really quickly. He's on the Jazz. You kidding me?
That that fits out
Dude, I'm
surprisingly
sorry.
well.
Like, I don't want to be problematic or anything, but like, I have a really hard time when I'm watching the Jazz games. Because I think Walker Kessler is a good player. I think he's a great defender.
Uh-huh.
But his only drawback is he looks like he's a doppelganger to their head coach. It actually is fucking insane.
Oh,
Like
he's the tall version. He's the fucking tall version,
I'll
bro.
be watching the games and I'll be like, wait, why is Walker Kessler on the bench? Wait, why is Walker Kessler in the coach's spot? Like, I get so confused. Like I actually am losing my mind trying to understand what the fuck is going on with those two. I actually think they switch uniforms and like, because sometimes Walker Kessler plays like shit and I'm like, oh, that must just be the coach playing. Because like it's really fucking strange. So yeah, I don't know. Kessler. Yeah, I mean, Eubanks. I wouldn't say he looks like those two. I'm gonna refrain from saying anything rude, but like, it is where he belongs. I mean, they got those two.
He kind of looks
Marketing
like a
will be there,
Mormon.
I guess. Well,
Did
yeah.
you hear
Well,
about Kyle Filipowski? That is actually such a good
yeah.
topic.
I saw bits and pieces of it. Do you want to fill me in on like the lore?
Bro, basically he got groomed from like high school and like maybe even earlier. And like
Yeah,
she there's like pictures on her Instagram where like she graduated college like 6 years before he even like finished high school. And like she like literally like groomed him and like cut him off from his family and shit.
that is wild.
And that's like a big reason why he was slipping, everybody was saying, because like he wasn't upfront about like his situation. Like his family hasn't talked to him in like years.
Is that a bad thing? Like for a
Yeah,
basketball
see,
team?
I don't really know. Like, who the fuck are they to tell? Yeah, see, I'm honestly with you on that. Like, who the fuck are they to say like, oh, you have this like girlfriend? Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna fall down the rankings, bro.
Oh, hey, GM, this kid has an awesome mentor who's kept him away from all the bad stuff for this whole like adolescence. Oh yeah, let's pass on that guy. Like what?
Dude, and like the and like the mom's like tweeting like fucking like talking about how he's trying to like or how she's trying to like get a fucking baby or whatever. Weird shit, dude.
I guess I do want to retract that. I probably shouldn't be joking around because he was like what? There was a massive age gap, obviously, right?
Massive. Oh,
That's
it's
not
fucked
cool.
up.
Then
No, it's
I'm sorry. That's fucked up. I apologize.
no, it's actually terrible, dude. Look at this is just a funny ass. I just have to share this real quick. Look at this picture. Groomed with the fucking Duke D in it.
Jesus. Yeah, well, I'm like 180ing. I don't think that's very fun then if they're gonna like so what? She was like probably in her 20s and he was like a young kid and
Yeah, like look at this one. Like right here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see the picture fully, but like this is like her and like the caption is like with my cousins and like Kyle Filipowski's in here. There's like talk that he might even be like her fucking cousin.
weird, weird
Yeah,
stuff.
it's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, there's and yeah, like this one, like her, this is his senior prom, and she's fucking like literally she like graduated from Alabama like 4 or 5 years ago at this point, and she's at senior prom with Flip.
You see, I had just thought it was like, oh, she was like making him a Mormon and like making him like get away from his family and stuff like that. I didn't realize it was like a romantic relationship as well.
Oh no, it's like fully romantic. Like she's trying to get like the mom like tweeted like he's trying to like pop like a fucking like baby in the oven or she's some really weird terminology, honestly, when she said that.
Brutal. That's sad then. I
Yeah, it
hope
actually is.
I hope well, I mean, I hope at this point, once there's more like publicity around it, hopefully it helps him kind of distance himself. But I don't know. That's tricky. It's very tricky. It's like it almost seems like a situation akin to like brainwashing. Like
Yeah, dude, when I saw that news, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, that's insane. And like for it to come out on like draft night, like that is so insane.
yeah, that would be really tough as like as a family watching that happen to a sibling or a son or something like that. That is crazy.
And it's so
Um,
funny too, because he got drafted by the Jazz, you
oh
know,
my god,
in Mormon country, bro.
there's no fucking way.
Literally
Why would they
drafted
do
by the
that?
Jazz, bro.
That's like the one team who probably should have been like, maybe we let
This
this
might
one
not work.
slide. Because like I don't think he's not like that good, right? Like it was a very weak like, draft class, right? From what I know.
I mean, people like Flip though, because like he's like kind of tall and can handle decent.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think the Jazz might. What are they doing? Collecting Eubanks, collecting Flip. Like, what are they trying to do over there? Are they trying to create like a
Eubanks,
fucking like?
Filipowski, Kessler. They had Olynyk, but they traded him. He would have fit in really well.
Yeah.
They
I,
drafted. I actually like their other draft picks. They drafted Cody Williams and Isaiah Collier.
It's weird because like I don't. So from my understanding of Mormonism, it's not like a meant to be like a predatory thing,
No,
really. Like
no,
it's
no, no,
like
no, no, no.
it's relatively like an innocent belief system as far as I'm aware. It's just like slightly different from Christianity in like somewhat weird ways. Like I don't think. I
The
wouldn't.
people are actually usually like nice. Like usually you hear Mormons are like very nice. They just have like it's
Yeah.
like you said, like they have like kooky little things. Like I know my sister was friends with a Mormon
Uh-huh.
and she her friend was just like super like uppity and like fun and like had a lot of energy. And like that's like kind of like the drawback almost, like they're full of life and like trying to do shit constantly. That's what I've heard is like a drawback. But like it's not really that's not like a bad thing, you know?
Yeah, I have to admit most of my perception around Mormonism is based off of the Book of Mormon, the Broadway show, which was created by the South Park creators. Hold on, let me get their names. Uh, Trey Parker and Matt Stone created this play slash musical, and it is pretty funny, but it's basically just making fun of Mormons and uh like they go about it in humorous ways, kind of describing like what their beliefs are based off of, and obviously, like a pretty funny thing to make fun of is like the fuckers that come to your door, and like
Uh-huh.
that's kind of a big thing. The play was really funny. A little aside, I did like the play overall. Parts of it, I mean, it's parts of it do have a lot of South Park humor, right? Which is like very raunchy, and like I don't have anything particularly wrong with like raunchy humor, but I guess I do sometimes, I should say. Nah, it's something like it's hard to do. It's hard to explain. I could go on a big aside about humor. Should I, or should I leave that for a different time?
Um Honestly, I think it's yeah, go for it, I'd say.
Okay, well, I won't go on a huge one. I get frustrated because like we're at such a weird time in the way people like talk about like edgy or raunchy humor or even like offensive humor and everything like that. And it's like me personally, like, no, I don't get like offended by that kind of stuff. I just happen to think that like I think a lot of humor that strays in that direction is extremely low effort and like
Oh
just not that
yeah.
funny. And like I do think in certain lenses it definitely can be problematic and offensive and like have real harm on people, which is obviously not cool. But like it bothers me because like I do think that names Trey Parker and Matt Stone are very funny people. Like there are a lot of lines in the play that like had me like laughing out loud because like they're very creative and they're very funny. It's just like there are certain parts. I think a recurring gag about like this guy fucking a frog. This like African guy fucking a frog, and it's like okay, like
Oh, a
that's
little bestiality.
yeah. It's just like okay, it's
Bestiality is very rarely funny to me,
yeah. No, I mean
if at
like
all, if it has ever been funny to me.
yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just I don't think that those guys have to like resort to that kind of shock humor because like they are so funny without it, and like it's just a little bit it can just be a little bit of a turn off. But anyway, turn off in the sense of like, oh, this isn't very funny anymore. But anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Mormons.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah,
Mormons.
yeah, they're like relatively harmless in terms of like what they believe and how they push it, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
So
they're
I
pretty
don't know.
unoffensively like they don't
Yeah,
really like yeah, like they might be like, strict and like have some beliefs that might be because I always see like these TikToks of like people will go to like the BYU campus and like give these poor students like a fucked up hypothetical where like they know that they'll have to say the one thing because of their religion, but like they're like framing it like horribly, like, oh, like would you rather have gays or like something like, where like
yeah.
obviously they're gonna say the other thing because like that's just like what they believe in, but like it frames all these kids like they're like the Mormons are like psychopaths.
Well, I also have to say, and like not to come after anybody in particular because I'm not, but like people who are like pretty devoted Christians talking about like making fun of like the soaking stuff because that's what I always see is like, oh, soaking is so weird and like
Wait,
like
what's
who
soaking?
um maybe you can it's basically where it's a way that they,
Yeah, I'm reading it.
yeah, it's how they get around like having premarital sex basically. Like the you don't I don't know, I don't want to get too graphic, but
What the fuck?
you never heard of this before?
I've heard the term, but like I've no, I've never like and it doesn't
Yeah,
even
well,
seem right what I'm reading, bro.
okay. Basically, I'll give a summation. It's where like it's a creative way to get around having premarital sex,
Yeah, but
and
what I'm
you
seeing is you still like put it in.
yeah you still
So
you
how isn't
do
that sex? I'm sorry, I don't get that.
no because you don't move around at
You don't
all.
thrust. That's what
Yeah.
I'm seeing. But bro, what?
All right. Well, okay. So
Enough about
not
soaking, I guess.
you're not helping my point. My what I was going to say is that like people who are, and I shouldn't single out Christians, people who believe in a religion that also prohibits premarital sex, when they come out and they're like, oh my God, like they're soaking, that's so weird. Like imagine if we had to do that. Like technically, like that also applies to you, no? I mean, I'm not the most like studied about on the Bible or anything or the Quran
Well,
or
I
whatever.
am. I'll actually answer this for you. If you
Okay.
did that, if you did soaking and like you're supposed to like not get like have sex before marriage, I think in the Bible you'd be fucked.
Yeah, well, I
At
mean,
least where I grew up,
sure.
like my religion, like I mean, I haven't been like the best religious person lately, but like I went through all like the schooling and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
I think if you stuck your shit in somebody, bro, like I'm sorry, I don't care how much you're thrusting. Like,
Yeah,
or at least
I
my religion would not care how much you're thrusting, dude.
yeah, I wonder why Mormonism in specific gets a pass on that one. I don't know. I doubt there's
Soaking,
somewhere.
bro.
Do you think there's somewhere in the Holy Scripture where it's like, yeah, you can stick it in, just like don't move around or anything?
Yeah,
Like,
what?
I don't know. Okay, maybe I brought this up as a way to kind of defend Mormons, but maybe that is kind of whack. I don't know. But like my point is that like, okay, you're gonna make fun of them for that, but like you also have like the same rules ish. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base on this, but
For
anyway.
sure. Most of
Uh,
the people I know, like from my church, dude, like they don't even practice like they don't have like a chastity belt or nothing with like a fucking
yeah.
lock on it, you
Well,
know?
of course, and like maybe the whole idea is that like they're kind of making fun of like people who are like is evangelical the right term? I don't think so. Like just like extremely devout in their beliefs, like according to like a very old scripture. And I agree that's fun to make fun of. Like I'm all for that. I think that like if you were to practice like by uh by every single word of the Bible, most Christians would like have certain things funny about them as well. I'm not here to attack Christians. I don't think like it's funny to attack people's beliefs. Like, but I'm saying everybody's relationship with religion is different, right? Like
Oh yeah.
you can still have a positive relationship, I think, with your religion and with God if like you take your interpretation and you follow it, as you believe is correct and as like, and as you think is like respectful towards your belief system. And I think that's great. I think everybody should like feel comfortable in practicing that. I just think that like if the whole idea is that like that's kind of funny, let's make fun of it, I guess I should back off because I think it's funny too. I just think that like thou should not throw rocks from a glass house is all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. And I to sum it up in a bow, feel bad for Flip. Not fun, not funny. Shouldn't make fun of that
Fucked
situation
up,
in
dude.
general.
I feel
Um,
bad for Flip too, bro. Like
yeah.
that story honestly consumed me. And I was kind of shocked, dude. There's this one podcast I've loved listening to, and he's like usually all about like the weird stories like this. And I was so excited to hear his take on it. And like he like kind of just like brushed it off.
Mm,
And I was just like, damn, man, like I feel like this is like a crazy ass story, but like nobody
yeah.
be talking about it.
I feel like I was going to say with being in the NBA, he's not going to have much time to be around this girl. Like he's going to be like surrounded by people who like know what's going on and like are going to be like actively keeping him with
Yeah,
the
like
team,
don't
I
you
would
think
think.
Keontae George is gonna be like, bro, don't even worry about her.
Well,
Like,
I would think they did that at Duke as well though, so maybe it doesn't really
oh
matter.
yeah, dude, there's stuff, dude. Oh my God. I don't want to sit on this topic forever because people have been complaining lately that we be sticking on topics too long.
True,
But
fuckers.
like, dude, there was like stuff about how like she would always be like at practice and stuff, and like Duke players would be like what like weirded out by her that she was like at practices and like would like kind of be weird about him like going out and doing stuff with the team and like, dude.
Yeah, well, surely, Walker Kessler's doppelganger is not going to allow that, so I don't think we have much to
Yeah,
worry
get yeah.
about.
He gets his locker next to Eubanks. Eubanks would be
Well,
like,
that's
bro.
that's the only problem. That's the only problem is that with the new addition of Eubanks, you have to worry about some more negative influences kind of creeping into his sphere, because like I know Eubanks is going to be telling him the wrong things, like, "Hey man, like I'm done joking about it.
Don't listen
Actually,
to Keontae, bro. Okay,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. That's actually yeah.
I don't. I do want to stop joking about it because I do think it's a little bit fucked up and probably like I do think it's like contributing to the problem to make light of these situations in the sense because it's like especially where it's like a female domination. I shouldn't say that. Like a female manipulating a man. I feel like those tend to not be taken as serious because like that famous trope of like, oh, like female teacher like does something with the student, oh that's awesome or whatever. Like on the opposite, it's like, oh, it's fucked up. Like of course both are fucked up, and
Yeah,
so
no, it's actually it's serious, bro. Like
yeah,
when your parents are like tweeting and your brother and like
yeah,
Duke players are coming out, it is a crazy situation.
yeah.
So maybe
So
let's lighten it up, dude, because I know we have some
yeah,
games, right?
let's play some games instead, dude. Let's play some fucking games.
So wait,
I
you have two games, right?
I have two games
I have
prepared.
one game. So you do one game, I'll do a game, and then you'll do your last game.
Okay. I my game is actually it has devious intentions.
Okay, okay.
I am questioning your patriotism.
Yeah, let's put it to the test on the fourth. I'm feeling good today. Low key,
I
do I have a good like fourth outfit I could put on? I low key want to like, I feel like I should be repping
I kind of like your Phillies fit.
the Phillies.
Yeah, I think they're about to play right now too. I
They
mean,
are.
plus,
Oh, they are.
yeah, and Philadelphia is a very patriotic city as well, I'd say.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
I have two different games prepared. Um, I am going to one quiz you on five different state capitals, and I'm
Okay.
also going to bring up a historical presidential election. I will name you the candidates, and you will tell me who won the election. I will ask you, which one do you want to try your hand at first?
Honestly, I think I want to do Capitals first, President second.
Okay, should we make some incentive behind this? I kind of want to do like because maybe we do like a or a loser has to buy the winner a drink tonight kind of thing, like, or maybe tomorrow since you're gonna be here. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Should
I'll
we have
actually be in New York, so we could really put this to the test. We could do that because
how?
I really want to do some content when I'm out there, man. I don't really know if we should do like a full episode, but we got to do like some sort of content.
Let's make some like reels or something or some
Yeah,
TikTok.
dude. No, yes, let's make content.
Okay. Well, either way, should we? Because like, if I have two games and you have one, how are we gonna like determine a winner?
Oh, well, mine's not really like trivia. Mine's more like
Uh,
fun, like bullshit.
okay. Let's say I'm gonna set your line at 3.5 state capitals.
Oh, dang.
If you get over 3.5, you win. If you get less, you lose. Okay.
So I need to get four.
You need to get 4 out of 5.
Okay, it might be tough, but let's do it.
All right. Your first question.
Uh-huh.
It's a state you know well.
Okay.
What is the capital of New Jersey?
Trenton.
Correct. Good
Let's go.
job. Good
I'm
job.
from dude, I've spent some time out there, so
I do
that
think Trenton's kind of a tough one. I think.
yeah, but I've literally lived there, so I know
Like
it.
in Trenton.
No, but like I lived in Jersey.
Well, yeah, yeah.
So
I
you know
guess.
the capital where your state.
All right. Well, then you're probably gonna get at least 2 out of 5. All right. Because I think Pennsylvania's one's kind of tricky too. But I was just
I know
mentioning
that.
that.
I know that.
Let's do it right now.
Harrisburg.
Nice.
I know that
That's
one.
damn okay. Maybe I underestimated you because I do genuinely believe that
Well,
Harrisburg and Trenton are two of the lesser known capitals,
well, honestly,
especially
my
like
argument is you've honestly quizzed us on capitals a good amount in our friendship. I've like gotten better from you like over the years.
I do love state capitals. I don't know why.
You're
It's just a
I should be
fun.
quizzing you. You're fucking good. Well, you probably get all of them, right?
No, there's a couple that I wouldn't know. There's a couple that I just don't know, and I'd never learned them for some reason. But
Okay. Yeah, well,
okay,
let's continue on.
Florida.
I think Florida's Tallahassee.
Boom, three out of
Yeah.
five.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Michigan.
Ooh. Now that's tough. Ooh, am I gonna be a Patriot? I've actually been to Michigan like recently. I want to say it's Flint.
Ah,
No.
Flint's the one with the water crisis.
It's
I
like
don't
one of the
know.
only niche ones I know.
I don't think Flint's like particularly big.
Is it? It's
I don't
yeah.
know. All I know about Flint's the water. I shouldn't say
Is
anything
it
about
one word or two word?
the capital.
Yeah, for Michigan.
It's just one.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
It's Lansing.
Oh my God, I was about to say I asked if it was two because I was like East Lansing.
Oh my God. If
That's
you
what I
said
was.
East Lansing, I gotta be honest, I would not have given it to you.
No, definitely not. No, no, no. Okay, so
I'm
what am I?
surprised.
I'm three out of.
You're 3 out of 4. This last one is for all the marbles. You're either a
Okay.
patriot or you're not a patriot. It's
Fuck.
definitely one that I would expect you to get.
Okay.
What is the capital of Ohio?
Columbus.
Correct.
Let's go. I'm a
Good job.
patriot.
Okay, you're more of a patriot than I thought. Maybe these were too easy. I maybe I
You
didn't.
gave me two softballs with places that I would definitely know.
All right, should I give you one more wild card? Maybe you just like
Yeah,
show
give
your
me like a tough
a
state. Give me a tough state.
tough state.
Michigan was
Um,
tough.
okay, let's do. Tell me Nebraska.
Oh, no way.
No,
Is this the one that's like Carson City?
that's
Oh,
Nevada.
damn it. Nevada is Carson City?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, weird. Um, Nebraska, dude. I don't know this one. That is very tough.
That's gonna be Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Can you do me California real quick?
Cali? Yeah,
Yeah,
Sacramento. Sacktown.
nice, nice. You want to give me one state? See how good I am.
Yeah,
So I
what's
can tell
Maine?
somebody here.
I've been thinking
Maine.
of Maine for some reason.
That's gonna be Augusta. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you want it?
Yeah, Maine capital. Let's go.
Nice.
That's
That's a
Augusta,
tough one,
baby.
bro. That's good.
I sometimes get New York and Maine mixed up because New York's is Albany and Maine's is Augusta. And when I lived in Illinois, not that New York and Maine were similar, but like, you know, yeah, just you don't gotta worry too much about the thought process. Just marvel at the beauty, marvel at the impressiveness. Um, okay, you want to go to your game? I think you did
Yeah.
pretty well. You did better than I thought you were gonna do. I kind of thought you like had no idea what you were doing, but like I think like as a baseline to be a good American patriot, you should know the capitals of the places that you live in and around. So there you go.
Um
Jesus Christ.
so I prepared a start bench cut for you.
Okay, it doesn't look
Um
like you prepared it.
yeah, these are no, I did not prepare this. But what are you doing here? What are you starting? What are you benching? What are you cutting?
This
You
is
got
unfortunately
goldfish,
like oh,
Cheez-Its, and candy. Okay, we'll just consider it as Skittles.
okay. This is pretty easy for me.
Really? What do
I
you
think
do
so.
here?
School snacks. Like we're talking in school, like particularly.
Yeah, like this is like a good American
Okay,
school lunch.
that might actually change something.
Yeah, like you get to your fifth period, you go to lunch, you sit down next to Alex and Scott, and you're like, yo, look what I got.
Okay,
I'm starting these
I'm not sitting next to those two bozos, but I'm benching Cheez-Its. I know that for sure. I've never liked Cheez-Its too
benching
much.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I've never been a huge Cheez-Its guy.
Wait,
They're
are you
like,
saying that you're benching? You know, cut's worse than benching, right?
oh, I'm cutting Cheez-Its. I'm cutting Cheez-Its. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't like Cheez-Its that much. They have a weird. They're like, I don't know how to explain. The cheese just like doesn't sit right with me. Like in terms of like a cheesy like cracker-ish snack, like I just think goldfish are so superior in so many ways. Like they're tastier, like they snack better. This is gonna sound pretty gross, and I'm so sorry, but I love it when you're eating a fuck ton of goldfish and they start like really fucking piling up in your mouth. Oh,
Oh
anyway,
yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I know
anyway.
what you mean. Anybody who's eaten
Um,
goldfish knows what you mean with that.
So when I initially said this is going to be easy, I was thinking start Skittles because like I love Skittles and like I do like them more than Goldfish. However,
At
I'm
lunch.
thinking, yeah, I'm thinking about like in a school lunch environment. Do I want to be eating Skittles at lunch? Not really. Um, but I do like Skittles. I have a really funny story about Skittles that I always think about, and it has to do actually with what we were just talking about with Goldfish. When we were younger, my brother Devin, we used to, or he used to more so talk about Skittles balls and how good they were. And essentially, what Skittle balls were was when he would like put a fuck ton of Skittles in his mouth, chew it up, and then you get a fucking Skittles ball in his mouth. And so
Ew.
one time, he was so excited about this Skittles ball. What he did was he put a bunch of Skittles in his mouth. He chewed it up, and he put it in the pantry. And he went and got me and he was like, "You gotta try this Skittles ball." And I'm like, well, "What is that?" Like, it looks all fucked up. He's like, "Oh, it's a Skittles ball." I'm like, "Well, why is it wet?" He goes, "Oh, I ran it under the sink." I said, "Okay." Popped it in the mouth. Pretty fucking good. Anyway,
That's fucking Skittles ball, bro.
um, I mean,
Bro.
to be fair, when you get a bunch of Skittles clumped up like that, bro, it'd be juicy as shit. I love Skittles, but I'm not eating them at lunch like that. Goldfish is a fun ass snack. I like goldfish. I'm gonna start goldfish. I'm gonna bench Skittles because
And you cut
I'll eat it.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I just when you're having a lunch at school, you want something that's a little like you don't want to be eating this hard candy and shit. You know, some fucking grubby ass kids gonna be trying to get their fucking hands on it as well. So
Oh, yeah, I'm start goldfish bench Cheez-Its cut candy. or cut Skittles in this case. But Skittles is like damn near my favorite candy, but for similar reasons as you. Like I don't want to eat that shit at lunch.
Yeah, I will say the snapped variety of Cheez-Its is pretty good. Like the crispier one, I kind of
For
fuck with
real,
that.
dude. I mean, I feel like with Cheez-Its and Goldfish, like I really like them when I haven't had them in like ages. And like the first time eating them after a long time, they always taste better.
They always surprise you, yeah.
All right. How about this? Now this one I got a little bit more real food, and I know you're not particularly a wings guy, so is that
I
going to
like
be an
wings.
easy cut?
No, you're gonna be surprised. I'm easy cutting nachos here.
Dang, you just made nachos the other day.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about this list. First of all, I'm going to point out the most important thing here. This is from Sportsnet. Do you have any idea where the fuck Sportsnet is fucking
Isn't it Canada?
it's out of fucking Canada, bro? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
What the fuck are you doing,
Oh
bro?
my God. Oh my God. I'm actually not going to even Google anything because okay, but like
Can we
what do
still do that though?
you want to do that one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm cutting nachos. I don't like nachos that much. I made them the other day because I watched a video on homemade nachos and they looked relatively easy to make. And I kind of wanted to like I kind of wanted to push past like the apprehensiveness I had towards nachos. Unfortunately, mine didn't turn out fantastic. Although I did have fun making them, and I did have fun making the guac to go along with them. And I have made guac again since, which is good. So I added guac to my repertoire. But yeah, nachos are not that good. I mean, call me crazy. Like you're always getting a fucked up like piece of like, oh, this one has like no toppings or no cheese, and like I made them and like I did try my best to kind of even them out, and it was a little bit better, but like I don't know.
That is always the worst part about nachos, dude. Like you're always gonna get a nacho that literally doesn't even have anything. Like it's just a tortilla chip. Like
Yeah,
that's
which
what I hate about
sucks.
it, bro.
Yeah, and just like it's just like plain. It's too plain for me. I need a little more to spice it up. It reminds me of one of my favorite ever Tim Robinson sketches where he's on like a date, like a first date with a girl, and they got fully loaded nachos, and she's eating all of the fully loaded nachos with like the meat on it, and he asked the server to like tell them there's a rule at the restaurant that one person can't eat all. It's a really funny skit. I love that one, but it's true,
That
dude.
one
It's
is
like
the best, bro.
yeah, I mean, if you're not getting like a fucking like loaded up nacho with a bunch of shit that like goes like dummy hard, then like it's just not really doing it for me. I'd honestly rather just like eat chips and like dip them in like a nice guac. Like it'd just be better. It'd be a more homogenous flavor and like I also have no idea if I used that word correctly. I've just been watching a lot of cooking videos and they use the word homogenous a lot. Anyway, yeah, I'd rather just eat fucking guac and like maybe have that on the side of like a different dish that like makes sense. Like nachos just doesn't make sense. I would love to give it another try because like I don't eat meat, so I couldn't make it with meat. But like I tried to replace like the meat kind of item with sliced mushrooms, and like the mushrooms just weren't tasty enough. And that is my fault. I didn't probably spice them adequately, not adequately, appropriately.
I
So
feel like mushroom's not a great nacho topping. I feel like I've never even like heard that one.
no, well, yeah, I don't think it's super popular. My girlfriend's dad, I think, had the idea, so blame his fucking mushroom ass. But I know I did think it was a good idea because like it does have I wouldn't say a similar texture to meat, but like it's got enough of a bite to it to where like it could kind of replicate the meat. I just have to make it more taste better, honestly. I just sauteed them in like olive oil and like that was it. I need to do a proper seasoning. But
So all that to say, cut.
I'll have to say cut nachos. It's just hard to make them really tasty. They're kind of fun, and I kind of wish that I could perfect them one day because like it's a fun dish, but like I'm cutting them. I'm benching wings. I do like wings quite a bit. Wings are really tasty. There's also plenty of ways to make like cauliflower wings, and cauliflower wings are really good, and I like them a lot. It just like unfortunately is faltering to just like a goat. Like pizza's a goat. I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
dude.
say. Like it's so fucking tasty. It's so fucking fun. It always hits the spot. I also like hot take. Don't think pizza is like the worst thing for you. Like, you
No,
know,
it's not that bad, bro.
like it's just like
I have the exact same as you. Start
nice.
pizza, easy as hell. Bench wings, cut nachos. Nachos is just like inconvenient and messy.
Yeah, they're messy. Do you like them a lot, like in terms of taste or shit like that, or no?
not any like I don't feel any which way about nachos to be honest with you.
Okay.
We got like 4 minutes here. I don't know if that's enough time for the presidency portion of the
Let
show.
let's open up the next one with it. Let's cover this time with like do you have any good Fourth of July memories?
Fourth of July memories. Um, I mean, I had this memory come up on my Snapchat of my little cousin when he was over, and it was just really funny because he was like playing Among Us and he's really young, and so that's a fun Fourth of July memory.
That's funny.
I also remember all the ways back in the day going to the shore, to the Jersey Shore, and they always had like fun fireworks, and so that's how I always remember the Fourth is just like ice cream at the beach and fireworks.
That's awesome. My childhood memories are always like we would go to the golf course by our place and watch them, and we always like it wasn't a Fourth of July without doing some fucking sparklers in the backyard for the kiddos in our house. I don't know why sparklers were so fun. They're pretty like fucking stupid when you really think about it. Like,
And
but for whatever
the
reason,
poppets, you ever fuck around with those? Like throw them at the
no,
floor.
no, those seem too dangerous.
Those
They
are a
probably
little bit
were.
scary.
Oh, are they? Are they
I mean,
dangerous?
I don't think you want to throw those at somebody.
Uh,
I don't
yeah, I
know
don't
if it'll
know.
hurt though.
I'm not sure what it was, but there was just like a certain like dopamine rush you got as a little kid holding a fucking like burning stick. You know, just run around with them. It was a lot of fun.
I
Um,
I have some Fourth of July plans today, I think, but my cousin just texted me. He's in from town and he says, "Let's go, get the fuck up. Time to celebrate America."
Fuck yeah!
That's the text I got. So,
Is it the type of sitch where it's like grab a drink with your cousin and then link with the boys, or like what are you gonna have to now pick between the two?
I mean, I'll probably go over to see my cousin, and I also just got this picture that oh, it's gonna be so hard to make out.
Yeah, we're
Fuck.
having a tough time.
But it's fucking Donnie sitting at my little puppy sitting at a table.
Aw,
And she's enjoying herself.
are you gonna head over to the fam's house for a little bit, or what's your plan?
Well, they're over at my soon-to-be in-laws. So,
Oh,
yeah, that's where I'd head over. It's not very close, but
for Maddie B purposes.
yeah, Maddie B's there. My cousin Duncan is there,
Hell yeah.
which is kind of the reason why I'm going, because I very rarely get to see him.
That's cool. Um,
Added bonus that Donnie's there now.
yeah, that's funny.
My girl.
My girlfriend's out of town, so I'm pretty much like open night right now for the fourth, which I'm kind of excited about. I think there are certain things that are kind of in the works. I wonder if I almost just want to go like sit on the on Central Park's like grass and like have a drink and fucking watch them by myself. Could be fun. We'll see. I kind of like the blank canvas idea, so I don't know. I also wonder if these kittens are going to be bothered by the fireworks. So maybe I'll just stay home, make sure they're okay. Because I don't really give a shit about fireworks. I think they're kind of lame, but that's I
Yeah, it's
guess.
something to do.
Yeah, yeah. For whatever reason, I feel like our friend group has always gotten up for the fourth, which is kind of fun. But because like none of us are like particularly like
It's a fun day
very,
it's a really fun day to socialize. I mean, everybody's get like off work. It's usually like during the
yeah.
week. I mean, last year, oh, were you? I don't think you were here, were you?
No, I wasn't. The golfing and everything.
Yeah, the golf was fun.
When
But
I see we got 35 seconds really quick.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody was talking about the other night about how like Blackout Wednesday is a thing before Thanksgiving because everybody has off, and they were like, "Do we do that for the 3rd of July?" And everybody was like, "No," and like called them stupid. But I was thinking, and I'm like, why the fuck don't we do 3rd of July going out? That seems like a good fucking idea.
I
I got
kind of did.
I guess that's good. I guess because like Thanksgiving, you're not really doing anything. Like you're with family, you're not drinking. Whereas like the fourth, you are. So it's like
Oh
extra crucial
yeah.
for you. But yeah, okay. Thanks everybody. That's the end of session one. We got 3 seconds. I love America.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the second portion of the Flame Side. We're happy you're here tuning in. Tell a friend about us. Send us some emails. We haven't had emails in a little bit, so send them in. Should be on the screen. Flamesidepod@gmail.com. All one word. Send us some stuff, guys.
Can you think of anything more American than sending an email in this day and age? Am I right?
Our whole show is like built around that.
Yes. I mean, if nothing else, we can appeal to our viewers' patriotism because I know we got some good patriots in the chat, do we not?
Oh, excellent Patriots in the chat.
Okay, so we've been talking about our games. I've got one last game for you, and I'm excited for this one. And per our conversation before this call, we're gonna make this very clippable. Okay, so those listening at home, be ready to get some like bombastic, introductions and things like that, because we're gonna really go after this. And before I even do, I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to do a quick aside. Like, we've been having this conversation since like day one, but like, what kind of podcast do we want to be? Do we want to be funny and clippable? Like, I kind of do, and I've been kind of thinking about this because Ethan sent in, sorry, that's probably worse. Magberg sent in a podcast in the group chat the other day. It's the Veronica is cool girl and her friend Kyle, and I was listening to their podcast, and like, it's very like dry, like comedic, sarcastic humor, and it is funny. Like I do think they're both extremely funny, and I like their podcast a lot. It's very similar to Drew and Inya's podcast. If you listen to that
Yeah,
one as well,
emergency. Yeah.
yeah, I almost wonder if they know how similar they're being to Emergency Intercom, but whatever.
I always wonder about those two like off camera.
Yeah, for real.
Is it still just like oh yeah, and then I and went outside and saw birds chirping in the trees and
They're definitely like normal funny people, It's just like, but like I almost wonder if like that's something that like we want to like do. Like I don't know. Like, do you think we can pull off a podcast like that where it's like extremely like deadpan, dry, like
oh
focusing
yeah.
on like nothing serious?
I think what's weird with us is we always kind of like we walk the line of like what we really do have like no idea what the fuck we are. I don't think like
No.
we do random shit every once in a while. We'll get sports back on it like it intently, and then like every once in a while it's like we're talking about nonsense, bro. But like yeah, I don't really know what kind of show we are. It reminds me of the idea that I had of where we do a whole episode where we literally come with like four or five like different topics. Like we'll do like a 10-minute Fortnite podcast, 10-minute political podcast, 10-minute like because I think that would be so. And if we did, we could even do like a 10-minute like in that style, like oh yeah, like sarcastic and like dry, like
Yeah,
I think that'd be a funny ass episode
that would be
because
funny.
yeah, and maybe it's something like my dad said where there is no like shtick. It's just
Yeah,
like I think the email is an interesting part though. I really do because I feel like that like once you have a lot of emails, like the show isn't what we want it to be, it's what our fans want it to be. And I think that's what's so sick about it. Like, I don't know.
maybe we should just get AI to start writing us emails to like base everything off of.
Yeah, like
Pretty
and like
funny.
have it like be like kind of in a humanist way. A
Yeah,
humanist. But like
humanist.
yeah, just like yeah, I don't know. That's why I love like anything emails and like it really has like it doesn't have to be anything, like I don't care.
Yeah.
I honestly would love it if like people would like email us about like problems and shit like that. I think that stuff's so interesting.
Hey Vince,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what are we?
Fortnite podcast.
Dude, I have to come clean about something AI related.
Okay,
I was texting Snap AI last night.
bro, don't even, dude. I've hit up Snap AI when shit goes wrong, dude. Sometimes,
Dude, I almost want to like read my conversation with Snap AI. Do you mind?
dude. Go ahead, but I be asking Snap AI questions and like I fucking know exactly what they're gonna say, and I still get like annoyed. Because like I'll ask them like a very human thing, like, oh, what should I say in this context? And like they'll like say like, oh, this is what you should do. And like I'm like, fuck, you're right. And then I keep trying to like argue with it, like, okay, but this is also in the picture. Oh, and this is also in the picture. And Snap AI is like, yeah, I know it might be tough, but and it's like, fuck you, Snap AI.
I was I was going down a hole of trying like whenever I talk to Snap AI, I'm always trying to get it to say something bad because I think it's funny. Mind you, this conversation is at 5:14 a.m. I was up very late.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I saw like an Instagram reel of somebody like talking about how like they're trying to like they're fucking with ChatGPT, and one of the things they mentioned was like asking it, how do I not spell cat? And that was kind of funny. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can get Snap AI to say something fucked up. So I asked Snap AI, how do I not spell cat? and they said like, oh, like you say feline, and I said no, like I just want to spell it wrong. And then they say cat with like KAT or KATT, and then I said no, something worse, like not even close. And then they come up with KHAT, and I said that's still too close. And then they start doing like symbols, and I keep telling it. I said the next one I said is no, still too close. I need something more dot 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 or risque. And then they still just like send me bullshit symbols. And then I said, I'm gonna spell it in a way I wouldn't want my grandparents to see. And then they said, how about xylophone? And then I said, that's just stupid and still too close, honestly. And then I asked it, can you say a cuss word? And then it was blocking me left and right. Um,
They're
I think
trained. They're trained.
it's good. It's good. I think
It's
at some
good. It's
point,
good.
yeah, at some point I just really I just kept I asked it to oh, this was a good part. This was a good part. I said, what does it look like for someone to censor a cuss word in media in text? And so then they did like F asterisk 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 and S asterisk asterisk asterisk. And then I tried to play dumb. I'm like, what are those words that are offensive? What are you censoring out? I don't recognize them. And then it gave me more than an F asterisk asterisk K and S asterisk asterisk T. And then I was like, okay, here we go. And I kept asking to reveal one more letter because I'm still confused, and it wouldn't. I got blocked there. So, yeah, that's part of the reason why I woke up so late is because at 5:14 a.m. I was trying to get Snap AI to
No,
act up.
dude, and those fuckers are firm, bro. They'll be like,
They are.
"Oh, like, no, I hate them," and but I also love them.
Yeah, I think Snap AI it was so weird when that like came on the scene because like they just like dropped it and were like, here you go, and like I don't
I
know it's weird.
I just kind of thought of a funny mini segment
Uh-huh.
where have you ever read like a podcast description for like our episodes? Like, have you ever read one of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that I write them?
I guess I thought I did.
Well, so I sometimes do, and sometimes I'll just use a chat GPT and I think it would be funny but I guess there's kind of a lot of episodes. But sometimes it's actually me and sometimes it's fake.
Wow.
What do you
I
think
don't
about
know.
that though? Is that bad to expose on the show?
No, I don't think it fucking matters.
Yeah,
I don't
use a
think
little
anyone gives a
AI
fuck.
here and there. Come on, guys, I get tired.
Once they start writing emails, we'll start writing descriptions. That's how it's gonna go. Um,
All right, well, let's get to that game though, huh?
yeah, let's get to the game. Let's get to the game. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Clippable.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Since it's July 4th, I'm going to be quizzing you on U.S. presidential elections because I don't think you have any idea what the fuck a presidential election is. Okay, I don't think you have a fucking clue what these presidential elections are gonna be like. Okay, so I've got a couple presidential elections for you. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the two candidates in the main general election, and you're gonna tell me who won that election. Okay?
Okay.
I'll allow you two. I'll allow you three questions total. You can ask me what year the election was and who the running mates were.
Okay.
Okay, if you want, or you don't have to ask them. Okay. The first one I'm going to ask you is Calvin Coolidge versus John W. Davis.
You
Who
want me to
won?
you want me to tell you who won?
Who won that presidential election?
Calvin Coolidge. Am I right?
Correct. That's correct. Calvin
Yes.
Coolidge was the president of 1920 on the Republican ticket, or 1924 on the Republican ticket, defeating John W. Davis by a healthy margin.
Fun fact about Calvin Coolidge, he built that dam, right?
I don't fucking know. Shut the fuck up, dude. Okay. William Jennings Bryan versus William McKinley.
What year is this?
Sorry. Um, this is the presidential election of 1900.
And it's McKinley versus who?
William Jennings Bryan.
Who's
This
Jennings
was a
Bryan's running mate?
fuck. Adlai Stevenson the first. Adlai.
Stevenson the
His name is
first.
Adlai. Adlai Stevenson the first.
Adlai Stevenson the first. I
This
remember
was a
him.
margin of 51.6% to 45.5% in the population
1900?
in the year 1900.
Holy shit, man. I think it's McKinley.
Wait, oh, Do you want to know William McKinley's running mate?
Yeah.
A little known, little politician called Theodore Roosevelt.
Yep. Give me McKinley, baby.
You are correct. That's two for two.
Let's go.
Okay. For the sweep, this presidential election is for all the marbles. You will go three for three. You'll pass both tests. You'll be the best American ever, and I'll have to buy you a drink tonight. Grover Cleveland versus Benjamin Harrison. Grover Cleveland versus Benjamin Harrison.
I think
What are
it's
your initial
Grover
thoughts?
Cleveland.
You're just gonna already shoot from the hip?
I think it's Grover Cleveland.
Don't you want to think about it at all?
What year is this?
This is the year 1892.
Holy shit.
Guess
Um,
guess who Grover Cleveland's VP is?
his VP?
Yeah, it's fucking Adlai Stevenson the
Oh
first.
my fucking God. Adlai Stevenson
1892.
the first, bro.
Uh-huh.
He's been around in politics.
Uh-huh. You think his ass got in the fucking White
Did he
House?
finally get in? Or is that, well, maybe that's why fucking what's his name picked him as his running mate
Uh-huh.
because he fucking had success in
This guy
past
just
years.
wins.
Yeah, dude, give me Grover.
You're correct. That's three for three. That's a sweep. Grover Cleveland was the president in 1892. You're a beast. I don't know how you
How's
do
your
it.
president knowledge?
Bad. I don't think I would have gotten any of these.
How about what do you know about Martin Van Buren?
Nothing. It
I
doesn't
had to
even
do a
sound like an
project
American
about him
name.
back in the day.
I did a project on Herbert Hoover, so I know he's the president. He was a
Oh,
bad
that's the
president.
fucking idiot that made the dam. That's so
Ah,
embarrassing.
yeah,
Oh my God, it's so
the,
embarrassing.
the famous Coolidge Dam.
That's so bad. All right, well, let's get into Himothy here and we'll get out of here because we will have some fun content over the weekend for you guys. So let's go over some Himothy results. It was actually a tie last week.
Holy fuck!
Onions did lose, I will say that. The tie was between Luca and Elden Ring
Why did we have three?
because Scott picked Luca.
Oh, I forgot we had Scott on the podcast. Okay. What was the split? How many votes each?
There's 5 votes total, one for Onions, two each for Elden Ring and Luca.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, I guess Elden Ring and Luca are co-Himothy.
Okay, that's great. That's undeserved, but okay, that's fine.
You got one for
Um,
this week?
yes, I do. Do you?
I do.
Okay, I am going to be going with a true American hero, perhaps the most important American in the last, I don't know, 3,000 years. I'm going to go with Mr. USA himself, TJ Oshie, who
Wow.
famously, in an Olympic international hockey game, did the shootout. He was in the shootout and he scored a lot of goals and he won the game for the USA against those Russians and Ilya Kovalchuk and Pavel Datsuk, who
He
was
is
a
a
previous
shootout specialist.
shootout specialist. That's why part of the reason why he made the team and he popped off. He was insane. He fucking scored a lot of goals. He actually I rewatched the clip of it recently. He actually like didn't score all of the goals. He kind of got lucky. Every time he missed, Kovalchuk missed as well, but he ended up edging him out. So Oshie, mad respect, USA hero, and just
CJ
a great guy.
Sochi, some people call him.
Sochi, that's right.
Well, I feel like an idiot now because I have a different Himothy, but I remember we discussed that we should pick an American one. I didn't really think of an American one actually.
Uh oh.
So mine is not very American. So I
Uh
feel like I should transition maybe.
oh. Well, you got another one on the docket on the mind.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I have an American one. I'll go
Okay.
with hot dogs.
Okay.
That's like about as classic of an American food as it gets. I ate a hot dog fucking yesterday. I'm gonna eat a hot dog today.
Uh huh.
That's an American staple. I picked that over burger.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Yes, I think
But I
it
was just
is.
at the ballpark yesterday, dude, and that ballpark Frank was hitting different. And
Yeah.
food wise, my cousin has never been to Chicago, and he was like, "Dude, I'm getting all the Chicago foods." Guess what kind of pizza he went with?
Deep dish.
And isn't that just such a
It's,
fucking
it's It's fucking embarrassing. He should be fucking embarrassed with himself for fucking exclaiming that so proudly. Um,
I
I
wonder what
will.
Josh would say to that.
True, yeah. Josh, let us know. I think hot dogs are overrated, me personally, and not just because I'm vegetarian pilled, but like
Well,
I
you
when
said
I
you like
think
wings earlier.
yeah, I like wings and I like burgers. When I was younger and I ate meat and like at the cookout, dude, I was choosing a burger every time. It's just tastier and like he's got cheese on it and shit. And like you don't want that fucking cheese that's on a fucking hot dog, that like weird cheese whiz shit. Fuck that, dude. You want a fucking burger with some
Dude,
sliced American cheese. That shit goes hard. No
dude,
doubt.
hot dogs are just it though.
No doubt. So okay, we got TJ Oshie versus hot dogs. That's a pretty good one. Um,
Those are some American classics right there.
yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's a great pod. I okay, like I hate to do this to you, but I do have I have one last remaining thought from a topic we talked about earlier. Do you have 2 minutes?
Yeah, I got time.
We were talking about like podcast styles and humor styles, and like
Hmm.
I always think about like what I want to be. I feel like I'm closer to like a Northern Lion style of humor of like
Definitely.
not too like it is still a bit dry in a sense, but like it's not so like
It's
ridiculous.
flavorful though. I feel like Northern NL's fucking humor is honestly like very tasteful. He's very funny.
Yeah. Whereas like a Drew and Enya or like a Veronica is cool and Kyle or whatever, like they're also extremely fucking funny, don't get me wrong. I just like I'm not sure that like I personally am able to reach into those levels of like absurdity or like I don't know. I there's probably terms for it that I just don't know. But yeah, that's I guess my last
Yeah,
little thought.
I don't really know what like my role is either. Like, especially like with podcasts that I listen to, like there's definitely people that I would aspire to be like, but I just like I don't really embody those people. I don't know. I definitely struggle with my role. I always think about Joy Tactics as well, like their kind of cadence and stuff, and
Mhm.
I always compare them to like The Yard. I listen to The Yard so fucking much. But like honestly with The Yard, I feel like their humor, like I wish I was funny in the ways that The Yard is funny, but they're very like millennial humor and
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Which like I just feel like I'm not operating on the same like wavelength as those guys, you know?
Yeah, I would say Joy Tactics is a good example because I think they're somewhere in between like NL and like a Veronica is cool because like they are obviously like reaching into like bits at points and like
Hmm.
playing characters, but they also are like themselves and like making jokes like from their own point of view, if that makes sense. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, dude, I definitely want to be funny in the way that like they are. I just feel
Yeah,
like that's like hard to achieve.
definitely. Well, being funny in general is hard.
Yeah, and like it is pretty subjective of like what people find funny, you know?
Yeah, I even think like my sense of humor compared to yours, compared to like Asan's when he came on, like part of his humor is like slowly removing the mask as the podcast goes on. Like, what the fuck even is that? What a stupid fucking joke. But like that's his sense of humor, and
He
like
brought
that's
some
not,
physical comedy to the show.
yeah, that's like not something that I think I would do. Maybe not even maybe closer to yours. I don't know. It's weird. It's an
I feel like,
interesting
yeah,
topic.
my humor is like little comments here and there, you know? I don't really try
Yeah,
to like, I don't know. I try to be funny on the show more like, I feel like once you're like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna try to be funny, that's when it's like harder to be funny, at least for me.
yeah.
If I try to do something on the show, it's like just when it's less organic, I feel like it's just not as good.
We just got to be funny in like the clippable like short form content sense.
Yeah. I mean, the one that worked really well for us was the one where you were like, you just like came out with that big statement, like, "Oh, yeah, Europeans are idiots at soccer" and shit like that. You know, like that like drives engagement. But like, also, I wonder like, do I want to be the guy that just like drops like, "Yo, we're like, you know, like,
Oh, it's bullshit.
yeah, that's bullshit." Like, I feel like you need to enjoy the content you put out there, like truly and fully, like. And that's definitely a hard thing that I've struggled with. Like I sometimes am like, oh man, my performance this episode, you know.
Yeah.
But honestly, with the flame side, I think more episodes that we've put out are good than bad, to be completely honest.
From an objective point of view, definitely we're killing it.
Yeah, like I even like our stinkers, like I don't even know what a stinker of ours would be.
Probably the one with Scott.
They do have They have episode rankings. Let's just do that. We'll end with that.
Wait, what do you mean episode rankings?
Like which one has the most views.
Okay.
We'll see which one's doing well for us.
I'm gonna guess. I'm
I'll
gonna guess the
actually
one
just
with your when your dad had to fucking uh, campaign for all those votes.
episode 11, Keep Calm with 21 views.
Was that the one with your dad?
No.
Oh,
He was not. Jim Bros was the one with my dad, and that's 19, second place.
why was Keep Calm so viewed?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I think people like Keep Calm, bro.
Nobody watched the vampires one. I actually made some good points on that one.
Vampires vs. Zombies, 10 fucking views.
That's a good one. That's actually a good one.
How about giving back to the fans? That one didn't sit well, I
I
guess.
don't remember much about that one.
I think that we read a bunch of emails on that. That's why it was giving back to the fans.
Oh, which one was I not on?
Um,
Flame is
Flame
gone.
is gone.
17. What? Why is that a top five? Fucking what? What the fuck?
Flame is gone, bro. Sits at number 4. Holy sh.
Click the bar. Let's see the analytics.
17 plays, 12 hours consumed. Holy shit. That podcast episode was consumed for fucking 12 hours.
That's got great retention. Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Wow.
Oh, retention. Here we go. Oh
Median
yeah,
play
yeah.
time,
Look at this.
10
After the first
minutes.
2 minutes, oh, Flame is in here. Half the audience is out. Thank you, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Dang. Okay.
That's
That's
crazy.
funny.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like being on this site. Why did this one? Dude, this one has less consumption hours than the other one. It's weird. All right, well, this is, yeah,
Okay.
this is our little, this is a little insider on us.
You don't gotta show this to the viewers. Get off this shit.
Yeah. Fuck
They
them.
don't need to know how the pie is made. Fuck them.
All right, well, thank you all for tuning into this patriotic episode of the Flameside. We will catch you this weekend with some content.
This
I'll be out
weekend.
there. I'm flying out there. Hopefully, everything goes well. Knock on wood. We'll see you then. Love you guys. Email us. Peace.
Peace.